No Rest for the Wicked is one of those games that didn't arrive with a massive marketing push, but instead slowly earned attention by doing things right. From the moment it launched, it stood out with its confident art direction, deliberate combat, and clear vision of what it wanted to be. It blends familiar ideas from action RPGs with a darker, more grounded tone. One where every encounter feels intentional and every upgrade feels earned. And for a lot of players, it already felt like something special. But now, with the arrival of full co-op support, No Rest for the Wicked feels like it's stepping into a new chapter. One that could dramatically change how people experience the game from start to finish. So today we're taking a detailed look at No Rest for the Wicked, breaking down its gameplay, visuals, sound design, and most importantly how the brand new co-op mode reshapes the entire experience. Let's get into it. At its core, No Rest for the Wicked is a dark fantasy action RPG that blends soul-inspired combat with classic RPG progression. It's also worth mentioning that the game comes from the same team behind the Ori series, and you can absolutely feel the pedigree here, especially in the presentation, animation quality, and the overall sense of polish. You play in a world that feels worn down, dangerous, and indifferent to your presence. It's not about power fantasy, it's about survival, learning systems, and gradually mastering the tools the game gives you. Combat is methodical and weighty, encouraging players to slow down, observe enemy patterns, and commit to their actions. Every swing, dodge, and block carries consequences, which makes small victories feel really satisfying. Aggression here is built around character stats, weapon choices, gear upgrades, and crafting systems. Rather than locking players into rigid classes, the game encourages experimentation, letting you shape your character through the gear you use and the upgrades you prioritise. It's the kind of design that rewards curiosity, especially for players who enjoy learning systems rather than having their hand held. Combat is easily one of the strongest aspects of No Rest for the Wicked. It's grounded, responsive, and deliberately paced, making every encounter feel meaningful rather than disposable. Attacks have real weight behind them, with animations that sell momentum and impact. Dodging and positioning are critical, and stamina management forces players to think before committing to aggressive play. Overextending almost always comes at a cost. What really stands out is how readable the combat feels. Enemy attacks are clearly telegraphed, but still punishing if ignored. Success comes from learning patterns, spacing properly, and choosing the right moment to strike. Enemy variety plays a big role here as well. Different enemies demand different approaches. Some punish greed, others overwhelm with numbers, and some force you to stay mobile. This keeps encounters fresh even in familiar areas. Exploration ties directly into this loop. Levels are dense and carefully designed, with verticality, hidden paths, and environmental storytelling woven throughout. You're rewarded for slowing down, checking corners, and paying attention to your surroundings. Finding shortcuts, uncovering hidden loot, or discovering new routes back to safe areas gives the world a strong sense of cohesion, making exploration feel purposeful. The introduction of co-op is easily the most transformative update No Rest for the Wicked has received so far. Combat becomes more layered in co-op. One player might focus on drawing enemy attention, while the other deals damage from a safer position. Builds start to matter more in a group setting, encouraging players to think about synergy rather than raw power. Boss fights in particular benefit hugely from this change. Instead of being purely skill checks for a single player, they become coordinated battles that reward communication and awareness. Managing space, timing revives, and controlling the battlefield adds to tension in a completely new way. What's important to note is that co-op doesn't dilute the challenge. Enemies still hit hard, mistakes are still punished, and careless play can quickly unravel a run. It feels balanced, intentional, and well thought out. For players who enjoy difficult games but prefer sharing the challenge with friends, co-op turns No Rest for the Wicked into a far more social and replayable experience. Visually, No Rest for the Wicked is striking from the moment you start playing. The hand-painted art style gives the game a distinct identity, blending painterly textures with dark fantasy themes. It feels handcrafted, almost like an illustrated storybook brought to life, just one filled with decay, danger and tension. Lighting plays a major role in shaping the atmosphere. Shadows are used effectively, interiors feel claustrophobic, and outdoor environments often feel bleak and exposed. Each location has its own tone and visual language. Environmental detail is consistently strong. Crumbling architecture, scattered debris, and subtle background elements all contribute to the world building. Character and enemy designs are equally memorable here, with clear silhouettes and expressive animations that make combat easy to read while still looking visually impressive. It's an art style that prioritises mood and cohesion over realism, and it absolutely works. Sound design is another area where No Rest for the Wicked excels. Weapon impacts sound heavy and deliberate, reinforcing the weighty feel of the combat. Enemy audio cues help players anticipate danger, while environmental sounds add depth and presence to every area you explore. The world never feels silent, but also never feels noisy. Ambient sound is used sparingly and effectively, helping maintain immersion without becoming distracting. The soundtrack complements this perfectly. Music's often restrained, letting tension build naturally as you explore. When combat ramps up, especially during boss encounters, the music intensifies, adding urgency without overwhelming the action on the screen. Together, the audio and visuals work hand in hand to create an atmosphere that feels oppressive, mysterious, and deeply immersive. I'll say this right away, I've thoroughly enjoyed my time with No Rest for the Wicked. From the combat to the atmosphere, and now the addition of co-op, it's been consistently engaging throughout, and it's the kind of game that's easy to lose hours in without even realising it. One important thing to mention here is that No Rest for the Wicked is currently in early access, and honestly that is impressive, because the game already feels more polished than a lot of full releases. Systems are clearly thought out, performance is solid, and the overall experience feels cohesive rather than unfinished. It doesn't have that rough, placeholder feel that early access games sometimes struggle with. Instead, it feels like a confident foundation that's only going to get stronger as development continues. The core systems are already strong. Deliberate combat, thoughtful progression, striking presentation, and now the co-op update adds an extra layer of replay value and shared experience that genuinely enhances the game. Based on what's here right now, it's a game I'd comfortably recommend to fans of action RPGs, dark fantasy worlds, and anyone looking for a challenging experience they can either tackle solo or enjoy with friends. If you enjoyed the video today, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe for more gaming content, and let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Are you planning to play No Rest for the Wicked solo, or does this new co-op mode make it more appealing to you? Thanks again for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.